Well, in the essence of time, I do have a couple thousand pictures that I'd love to show you, but I'm not going to do that. We'll try to breeze through these really quickly. Very excited about our construction going on in our school system right now. Centerville Elementary School. Yeah, it works. Thank you, Josh, very much. That'll make this go faster. So Centerville Elementary School. This is a prototype plan that we've built. Now this is the fourth iteration of this plan. You can see. I'm going to kind of point over here. I know the folks at home can't see the pointing, but you can see our driveways and everything coming in. Faculty drive on this side. I'm sorry, bus loop is over here as well. But you can see we have a roof on the building now. We're very excited about that. This is kind of another angle, and the highway that you're seeing out there, reminder, is Highway 1. So you can really see the school starting to take shape. And this is the front entry of the school. So we have some brick up around the building. Canopies are being installed now, and some driveways will be poured later this week, weather permitting. We do have the loading dock completed there at the kitchen. The generator is set, and permanent power is on the building. This is
It looks great.
It's really, yeah.
I mean, it's a building.
That's right. It has been a few weeks since we've done an update. They've done a lot of work out there. Long way to go. This is standing at the front entry again on that canopy there. This is looking out from the secured foyer out through the main entry. And so this is the kindergarten playground area. And the covered area behind the cafeteria. They're actually today they were installing that storefront, hopefully closing those windows up here soon. We got about 2 inches of rain today while I was out there on the site, and everything's not dried in yet, so that does cause some setbacks. This is the cafeteria area. Still a good bit of work to do in here. The kitchen area, we do have some tile down on the floors, and some of the serving line area. This is the multi-purpose area. And this is one of the hallways, so there's still some work to do. Classroom hallways. And so we're getting there. This is another classroom hallway, so it looks very different. They've just poured some terrazzo. The picture does not do it justice. It is not that dark reddish looking color, I guess. But they have poured some terrazzo in that one hallway, so we're pleased with that. This is the main office area. You see they have some drywall there staged and ready to put up. And this is the center commons area that we're all used to seeing with the hallways kind of fingering off of that. So still a good bit of work in that space. And this is the media center area. So while the outside is looking really good, we still got a lot of work to do inside, but we're working hard to get there. Yes, sir. I'm glad I can't see behind your mask. New Pelion Middle School. This just a reminder. We anticipate right now of a January 21 opening this school year, just January. See, parking lots are ready to be paved there. Actually, they're doing some of that paving now. All the buildings under roof and cap sheet, the white cap sheet, final roofing completed there. You see some of the parking lots are actually drives have been paved from that shot. Really all that's left to do in this picture is put the exterior doors on the building. They're really in great shape. This is the courtyard. This, again, modeled after Beechwood Middle School. This is the courtyard. We had to wrap those columns and finish that out. A little bit different stone color here, a little bit different brick color, but it's all tying together very nicely. And that's a shot of the front of the facility. Looking out the secured foyer down that main walkway. You can see the glass, the storefront being installed there. Here's the center commons area that you're familiar with. And it's really hard to tell because they haven't ground the terrazzo, so you really can't see much with it. But terrazzo is poured all through the building and in the cafeteria space as well. So all through the main hallway and everywhere, they've done the terrazzo work at this facility. This is the auditorium. This is probably the last area to be completed. So it's has, I guess, the most work left to do, but they're still really in great shape here. I keep telling them if they push really hard, they could probably make August. Unfortunately, they could probably hand the keys over in August, but we wouldn't have any time to move in. So we're going to need to stage that out a little bit. This is a shot from the second floor looking into the cafeteria space, that back stairwell, if you recall. The cafeteria terrazzo is poured, as I mentioned. The stage is poured there as well. Serving lines are installed. This is the kitchen serving area. The plywood on the floor is protecting the tile, all the tiles down and ready to go. So they just have to put a ceiling in there. The kitchen hood, where all the cooking will occur. Again, tile is installed. They're just protecting it with the wood in that area. Classroom wing, all the ceiling grids in and all the classrooms and in the corridors. So they're ready to drop tile in after the above ceiling inspection here soon. Typical classroom. You can see their lights are in and paints. First coats of paint have been on the walls. About ready for carpet. This is a science lab where we've got some casework that goes around the walls and plumbing. All that's ready to go. This is outside the main office. If you remember that kind of intersection there that goes down to the main gymnasium area. And so the terrazzo is poured through there as well. Really just what we're showing there. And then in the main office, this is just to the left there is the SRO's office. And then to the right would be where the main countertop and everything will be. So all the sheetrock and everything's hung in here and ready to be finished out. So really great progress going on at Pelion Middle School. Super excited about what's happening there. And this is a shot of one of the bathrooms, tiles down, just got to do some finish painting in there. Media center, looking out from the second floor down into the media center. Similar to the look that we have over at Beechwood. Pelion High School, we added an additional locker room there. They did not have a facility for soccer or for their visitor locker, so we've added this building at the end of the stadium, and it's a pretty basic building, but very much needed for Pelion High School. Lockers are in, ceilings in. Really, we'll be done with this in a couple weeks. This is the track improvement for Pelion High School, 8-lane track. This was the only 6-lane track we had in the district, and now it's 8 lanes. We've taken down some of the old bleachers that were on the lower side over here, improved the homestand bleachers, made them ADA compliant. We moved all of the jump events. They were over here, kind of off to the side, not really easy to view by the spectator. So we moved them and moved this, the high jump area as well, to make those more accessible. Install this nice entry element that is consistent with the baseball improvements we did, the softball improvements we did. And here's the new track, locker room, and concession area. That's a tremendous upgrade from what they had before. So really excited about this improvement for Pelion High School. There's a men's locker room and women's locker room. This is a shot of the roof of the addition at Pelion High School for the weight room and the wrestling room. So you get this is a kind of a ground level view of that weight room area. They'll have these roll-up doors right here that will allow easy access outside, and there'll be some hard surface here for them to do workouts and so forth on in that space. And really close to occupancy here. And we'll have weight equipment running down each side of the walls, and then in the middle they'll have a turf surface where they can do some kind of CrossFit workout down the middle of the weight room. Just another shot of that interior space there. Moving on to Oak Grove Elementary School, we've kicked off the 8 classroom addition at Oak Grove. This is a much needed addition to that campus. Started with some footings, and we started with some storm detention, which is a great thing right now with all the rain we've had over the last day. So we have a new storm detention pond that's been installed. We didn't have storm detention there previously because of the building codes when that building was built. You can see the footings going in here. Additional work going on there. The new Lexington Middle School, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit later. That school relocation. This is the site. There you can see a good bit of work has gone on. Just to orient you, Cherokee Trail would be off in the distance back here. Old Cherokee Road would be in at the bottom of the screen. You're kind of looking back towards the school site. And this area in the middle is you can actually see very well defined the wetland area that we'll be protecting. So you'll have 2 drive entrances, as you recall, one here and a main one here. Playfield will be located up at the top here as you come in. And then you can actually see the building pad. Again, the prototype plan. So we have the 3 classroom wings. You can see that really starting to take shape in this area. We've got some storm detention going in the back. That's what these pipes are. They'll be put in the ground back here. So really good progress going there as well. And then I just want to highlight for you briefly projects beginning this summer. We've got a number of things in our referendum that are kicking off this summer. We're really excited about. So at each of these facilities, you'll start seeing some improvements in various areas, and we will continue to update our building plan progress page and keep you posted on those improvements. But real excited about all of these upgrades going on this summer. Fortunately for us to this point, our construction companies we've been working with are continuing to operate at full speed, and we've had really very minimal impact from deliveries and so forth related to COVID-19. So we're excited about that. Happy to answer any questions.
Where are we percentage-wise in the bond referendum? Are we around 30% of funds expended? Just, I mean, ballpark. You can share it next time.
Well, I actually in your board reports, there's a capital projects report.
Oh, okay.
And if I could call you, I don't have it in front of me. I'm sorry, I left it at my chair. But if I could call your attention to that, it shows you by project how much we have spent, and then an overall number. So, and we keep that updated for you monthly, so you have that information available to you.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Well, I'd like to publicly thank Governor McMaster for letting construction continue through this pandemic.
Yes.
I've been following some other states, and I think there's like 2 or 3 states that are just now turning on construction like next week. And I just really want to thank him and that team for allowing construction to continue, because I don't know what we would have done. We would have been up a creek.
That's right.
So we're very fortunate in that respect that South Carolina was forward thinking and allowing us to continue building these buildings. Board, are there any other questions or comments from Mr. Salters? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Salters. So I'll turn it back to you, Dr. Little.